Alright, so here we are today, guys, with a slight variation on the catship Scorpion deck. It's now catship Mutant deck, so we've swapped lasers for bikes and tank for mutant. Now, I personally think this build is going to be a little bit worse, because we're going to open rifles, but then we don't have access to lasers right away. So, like, if we get rushed or whatever, we have to go mutant instead, which is super awkward. I also don't think the, like, light anti-air being buggy bike makes that much sense either, because, like, the reason the buggy was in the deck instead of bikes originally was to make more space in the deck, basically. It's like, oh, I don't have room for bikes and a light anti-infantry for pre-catship, so I'm going to use buggy to double up. With buggy and bikes, like, you're always going to use bikes as your anti-air, so the buggy reverts to being just an anti-infantry unit. Which is like, it's not that good as just an anti-infantry unit. Like, it just isn't a very powerful unit. You also don't have Scorpion tank, so like, you don't have the thing that beats Pitbull in the early game. You have Mutant instead, which does beat Pitbull, I suppose, but it does it in a much more defensive way. Like, it's very hard to chase down a Pitbull with a Mutant, because you haven't got Raider, basically. Alright, so this is actually a good spot for the buggy, because he's going to be making missiles and drone swarms, and Buggy is good against both of those. Like, here comes jump jets, Buggy's good against those as well. So this is a good spot for the Buggy, actually. Because my opponent's barracks air right now, the Buggy is pretty good. Omni is saying the biggest issue with this deck is it's bad versus Orca. I actually don't think that's true. At least, it is bad versus Orca, that is true. But the same is true for the other build. So, I don't know if Omni's saying this deck specifically, or just this deck in general. Because the build with buggy and no bikes and tank is also terrible versus that deck is also terrible versus Orca. Yeah, okay, he's saying he just means in general. Yeah, I agree. Like, in general, this deck is bad versus Orca, and that is an issue for it. But once you get Phantoms out, it becomes better. Alright, I'm just gonna kill this dude's base. Because he's trying to go tech, and you know, F-tech. This is the thing about tech, like, right, you just have no, like, your early game is terrible. So, if someone wants to abuse you and kill your base, there's not a lot you can do about it. Enemy base destroyed. Okay, so the first game went reasonably well. We're up against Iron Lad now. Those militants, so I'll just go militants as well. Now, previously with the Scorpion variant, I would try and very aggressively go into buggy to try and bait people into things like bikes that my Scorpion could punish. I don't know if that works as well with mutants. I suspect no. But I am going to try the same thing and see what happens. We're going to go really fast buggy, see what he makes. He's actually gone Venom, so the buggy is decent anyway. We'll probably make bikes now to kill this Venom, but we'll have to wait and see what he does next. It could be like a triple not air. Second Venom seems like a misplay. I don't know why he does second Venom. I already have this buggy, and I've got these bikes coming up as well. Scarabs, well then. Alright. All logic is off the table at that point. Alright, so we're gonna go catship and try and just destroy his base quickly. We're gonna just cheese him. Scarabs again, my word. So Oksana boosted catship takes out a base outrageously quickly. Yeah, this one is super over. The Scarab is in an annoying spot, but it doesn't matter because this catship wins the game on its own. Okay then. Catship is broke. Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1. New mission received. Marquis the Third. No idea what happened to the other two Marquises. Harvester ready. Is calling. What's needed? We're ready to serve. Buggy first. Now this is interesting. Am I meant to go bikes or mutant? I think I'm meant to go bikes because they only cost 10 more, but after that I have access to bikes for the rest of the game. Whereas if I go mutants, I don't have access to my bikes and buggy. The mutant is more powerful, but I think I'd rather have my war factory open. Well, now I can consider going mutants when I get to 60 tib. Making more bites. Yeah, we'll go mutant here. We're definitely going to do like a lot more bike mirroring than I would normally do, because our answer to bikes is mutants, which is way too expensive to do on the regs. Alright, I guess we can go get this half. I want to keep charging the missile. I also want to start cheesing his base. Flame Tonk. Alright. Gonna use these bites to block it. Get on my base. Oh, missed it. Oh, I got him. Nope, get on the base, dude. Get on the base. Alright, both halves down. Nice. Now we get on the base. I'm gonna send a bike and see if I can get him to flame tank his own base, because that's one of my favourite things to do in this game. I think we're just gonna win with the catchips though. Yeah, GG. Objective complete. Captain Camelos. Ooh, rifle first? Okay. Probably don't actually want to be fighting on the pad. He didn't open dogs. He's playing Solomon, but he didn't open dogs, which means it's probably not a like super aggro Solomon deck. Which means I want to be charging the missile. Talon. I guess we go bikes. Now this deck is going to be stronger against Orca than the other variant with the Scorpion, because we have bikes, and bikes is actually a way to fight Orca early on. You can just spam bikes at an Orca. Alright, so we're going to get first missile pretty easily here. Bring the buggy in for this, these shock troopers. We can obviously switch into catship now, and that'll be amazing against the shocks. We could also potentially cheese the base again. Oh, there's a Pitbull. So against Pitbull we want a mutant. I'm not really planning to actually cheese the base, I'm just sort of making him use his, sort of making him move the Pitbull away from the middle of the map. Now mutants are not bad, actually, at killing Pitbulls, because, well, with Oksana at least. Once you boost them, they can actually run down Pitbulls pretty effectively. I don't have an answer to his Talon, but I think I win the game before he gets two Talons on pads. Yeah, I do. This deck feels pretty good, actually, I gotta say. I'm liking it so far. I might keep trying this. You are victorious. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we're playing the same dude. Harvester ready. Bring up to their knees. Unit ready. I haven't really worked out exactly what this deck's weakness is going to be yet. There definitely is one. I feel like it's still going to struggle against like triple nod air like most nod decks do. And it probably struggles against jump jet Talon like most nod decks do. It does feel very similar to the previous build of deck where you just had Scorpion instead. I don't know which is better, honestly. I'm okay with his Pitbull coming forwards here because I'm just going to bring these mutants in. Yeah. It's a little bit hard to kill these shocks with just buggy. I need to transition into catship really. You can see how long it's taking to kill off. Just like a single shock trooper. Just need one hit on this pit bull to kill it. Oh, didn't get it. Sad. Looks like we're okay though. We can't get for these bikes in time. Should be pretty easy to hold the line with mutants once we have a catship to protect it. Although I guess the Talon is going to be an issue now. We lost the mutants. Pretty good dodge, honestly, not gonna lie. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but as dodges go, that one was pretty good. Yeah, once the catship is here, defending against shock troopers is super easy. Alright, nice. That went pretty smoothly.
Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Pan clicks.
Harvester ready.
Alright, both got militant opening.
Unit ready.
I don't really want stall here, so I'm going to move off the pad. Oh, he's moving off as well, interesting. I'm actually going to go very fast buggy. Ooh, shade. Shade is definitely a problem. We don't have laser at all. So we literally have to use bikes and phantom to fight shade. Looks like it might be a triple not air. This is going to be a horrible matchup for us. Dude, what? I moved my bikes. I literally moved the bikes. How did they get killed by the explosion? That's super annoying. I mean, most decks are weak to triple not air, so it's not like that's a particular weakness of this build. Although not having laser for the shade is really bad. The fact he's actually actively sending the catships into my bikes says a lot about how broken catship is. Like, bikes should hard counter catship, and he's actively sending his catship at my bikes. Which is nuts. Really need a phantom. Now it's just going to probably end up in a phantom mirror. That's usually what happens against triple not air when you have a phantom. Except it's like, it favors them because your phantom has to shoot other things as well, and their phantom is reserved entirely for your phantom. Yep. Oh, this went very poorly. Oh, I can't believe I'm not dead yet. That's actually insane. Wow, I can't believe I won that missile. Oh my god. Ooh, that was a real struggle. Oh, I shouldn't have built another Phantom. That was a big misplay. It was meant to be a catship. That could cost me the game, honestly. Yeah. Can't build anything. You shoot the bikes. Oh, maybe still alive? Wow. Oh my god, that was so stressful. That game was so hard. That game was so hard.
Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective.
Alright, we managed to get that game just about. That was... I'm pretty surprised I won it, honestly.
Harvester ready.
Up against Sabo now.
Militia here. We're ready to serve.
I don't think this deck was any stronger or weaker than the Scorpion variant would have been against Triple Air Nod. It doesn't really matter, it's just all about the air fight.
We're ready. Let's go. Let's go. Militia here. What's no stopping? We're ready to serve.
I think I'm gonna go...
Advancing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buggy here.
What's Chuggy? Gassed up. Your command? Fill them with holes. Rip them apart.
He'll probably go bikes, that's the standard response. Yep. Now we want to go mutant, is like, normally we'd go tank to punish the bikes, but instead we have mutant. It just seems so much worse. Yeah, it's so much worse. It just doesn't punish the bikes, because it can't catch them. Whereas a Scorpion has Raider, so will catch them. Yeah, it seems dramatically worse, honestly. Had to boost to kill the bikes in time. Ooh, hello. The Chuggy Giga deck. We're gonna get a catship here. Run away from the boosted Giga. Really hoping this thing kills the Giga. It didn't. Sad. Another catship might have been a misplay as well. Currently a Phantom. Oh, boosting the Banshee is actually a big misplay because it takes more damage when you boost it, which makes it die quicker to the bikes. Like it takes like less bike missiles to kill it. So yeah, you don't wanna boost against you don't wanna boost in that spot, I don't think. It's like the Nod boost is not all upside like the GDI boost. Ah, Banshees once again showing their weaknesses. Poor Banshee.
You are victorious.
Alright, same matchup. So we're still against a Giga Chuggy deck. Probably don't want to rush Buggy this time. I also want to stall, I think. Pretty sure I want to stall. I feel like Chuggy is such a powerful first missile tool. I want the first missile to be a little slower so I have more time to set up for it.
What's needed? Taking position. We're ready to serve. Militia here.
Let's go third militant.
Let's go. Let's go. Destroy the GDI. What's needed?
I don't know what he's doing. This is a super weird play.
Destroy the building online. What's ready to go? Destroy the militia here. What's ready to serve? Militia.
Yeah, it didn't really work out for him. I'm gonna go mutants because I'm most scared of catship. Or Chuggy, sorry, not catship. And I think mutant is gonna be the best way to fight that. Yep, there's two of them. Oh my god. Yikes. Oh man, I did say that Chuggy was going to be a beating, and I was right. He's trying to block this buggy, but the buggy isn't trying to get on. Like he's desperately blocking with the bikes, but the buggy isn't even trying to get on the pad. It's just trying to kill his lasers. That's kind of funny. All right, nice. We got the block. That should be missile for me. All right, cool. So yeah, I want more mutants. And probably just like rifleman or buggy. Maybe I should get catship here. I've got to kill these militants. I'm just gonna make my own militants for now. Trying to get after this Giga. Now I'm just trying to delay him so his Giga can't be a relevant it can't be a relevant unit for this missile. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Oh man, close. Almost had me on that second missile.
Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Musky Sock. Interesting name.
Harvester ready. Destroy the GDI. What's needed?
Since we have only mutants and bikes, we have to just immediately transition. I'm gonna go bikes.
Unit ready.
Attack bike ready to roll. Gonna brain.
Destroy the GDI.
For the Brotherhood.
Ready to
Kill them all.
unit ready.
Brain. Launches boy. Gonna
Go stop it.
your missiles will smash.
Wow, we literally can't. Just can't get on the pads for the first missile. That seems like a weakness of the deck. That seems like an issue. Like my opponent opened War Factory and I couldn't get on the pads before the first missile fired. Oh wow, Fanatics. Fanatics are going to be a beating.
Get us closer. What? Attack buggy chickadee.
I think I have to go catship for the Fanatics.
Attack buggy.
I guess I could just militants actually.
Move, advancing. As you wish.
Very aggressive with the Scorpions considering I have double... Sorry, because I have a mutant here. It doesn't make a lot of sense to get that aggressive with the Scorps. Don't really have a great answer to Phantom. I mean, I have my own Phantom, but I don't want to make Phantom right now. So I'm just going to use bikes to scare off his Phantom. Looks like we're just going to get this missile for free. Cool. This Phantom hasn't fired yet, so that's pretty good. Ah, rip. Why did the buggy retarget? The buggy was killing it the whole time. Surprised he got close enough to fire, honestly. I thought I was out of range. I would have retargeted if I thought he was in range to fire at me. Alright, I'm going to go back to trying to mutant and catch it. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. I was thinking I can just mutant and catship everything, but now he makes a Phantom and I've got these two catships and nothing that shoots up. Yep. That was a mistake. I'm going to let one of the catships go. Need this catship to live. Nice, it did. That's huge. Alright, I think catship living wins us the game, honestly. Just spamming bikes at mutants. Not sure about that. I made a catship because he has to go fanatics, right? He's just dead. Alright, cool. That first missile was super awkward. I don't know if I have to just like go mutants against wheels, but that feels real bad. Alright, last game. I'm pretty sure this guy plays Fortress.
We're ready to serve. We're ready to serve.
Alright, so last time we went into bikes. This time I'm gonna just go in mutants. Although wheels and dogs are not the same at all.
Militia here.
But I'm gonna try to go in mutants this time. I also think, like I said, I think he's playing like a Fortress style deck, so the mutants should just be good.
What's needed?
I don't know who wins. Oh, he's snipers. Interesting. Okay, he's not playing the deck I thought he was playing. And I regret not going War Factory as well.
What's needed?
Looks like the mutants just keep him off of the missile for first missile though, so I'll take it. Takes a while to kill mutants with snipers. And then we're going to go straight into catship because that's actually the best way to kill snipers. Now, does he have sling or pit? Sling. Alright, we'll run away from sling. Definitely have to go bikes now. We don't want to try and walk into sniper slingshot with mutants.
Let's kill the unbelievable.
You're gonna brain. Yes, Commander.
Unit ready.
Rubber. No, moving location. Revving the engine. Gonna brain 'em.
Gonna get rid of this slingshot and then send in the catship to finish off the snipers.
Advancing. As launchers will bust their dial. Check mine next. No problem, your command. Revving the engine.
Jump jets. I mean, we already have a catship, so that's not a problem. He does also have Pitbull. Interesting. Gonna need mutants here. Yeah, definitely gonna need mutants. Yeah, I was expecting jump jets over here because it's the best unit to get through. That's why I went for catship. Didn't get a block. Didn't mean to go buggy, meant to go bike, but we just need to get one of the mutants over to the bottom. Oh, we're gonna get flipped. It's not gonna kill the jump jets in time. Yeah. Saw that coming. Nothing I could do about it though. I could catship his base. I could just cheese him. Yeah, we're gonna need mutants plus catship. Catship for the snipers. Alright, mutants should be able to kill everything with the snipers gone. Maybe overcommitted on mutants here slightly. Going for my harvester? I think I'm okay with that. How close are we to end of missile? It's still far enough that it could be a problem. No, the missile's about to fire. He's not going to get it in time. Not with a two-man jump jet. Yeah, it was a misplay to go for the harvester there. Alright, cool. Alright, I think that was 10-0 with the deck. Overall, I think it's just weaker than the Scorpion version. Like, I didn't think the mutants really gave it a lot that the Scorpion doesn't. Like, Scorpion just costs 10 more, but has Raider. Just feels like a better option a lot of the time. Mutants are harder to get off the field. Like, anti-vehicle units tend to blow stuff up really quickly, whereas anti-infantry tends to be a little slower. Like, there's nothing that just insta-gibs infantry like there is that insta-gibs vehicles, so there is that, but overall I prefer the Scorpion version, I think. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you next time.